Alright then, let's get started once again. So, last time we built up the big Ukraine quite a bit here, and we started doing some of the industrial area over here, but it'll take some time. We got our university over here and fire station, which will hopefully keep the place somewhat safe. We do have the power plant, of course, over here, but it doesn't have the workers quite yet. We'll get that eventually. No biggie, although did I... Right, I pulled the power all the way from here. Right, and the railway is already... Oh, they managed to complete the bridge. Brilliant. Well, it's been quite a few days since the last stream of this, so trying to figure out what I was doing. I was building the hopper ship here. I'm gonna get another tanker ship as well. We have some vehicles over here. Excavator, a couple buses, refrigerator, and cistern. And over here, that's mostly... Oh, yeah. Oh, right, yeah, I want to start building this area up. Do we have... We have that one. We'll probably use the power from there. For the most part, anyway. Let's see. So, if we want to set up some housing over here, let's actually start with the... We'll need a school. We'll take the biggest capacity that we'll get, so it's probably going to be this one. Okay, we place you down here about... And then we'll take a kindergarten, put it across the road. This is probably going to be mostly within reach of pretty much every house in this particular town. There shouldn't be an issue. Get a road going there, we can get a road going this way. Start building those, then we do need to have a bus platform here. Probably go with a small one. Do need a road connection down here. Let's see, so we will need a store, some food and such. We might actually buy the stuff, yeah. I mean, I suppose we can afford getting some sort of logistics up, but it might be a bit time consuming. Right, what else do we need? I suppose... Well, let's get the shop first. I don't think it needs to be a massive shop. Well, this will probably do. Alright, so build that one there. Build that there. Right, I suppose... Do we have any parking lots down here? I don't think we do, because we didn't want to have private cars blocking the roads. Let's see, then... Hold on, so we've got the shop. We could potentially get one of the... Well, the small storage over there. That would be over here. Or small warehouse, rather. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to cancel that. I'm gonna have to flatten the terrain between those houses there a little bit. If possible, which doesn't seem to be. Unless... Okay, that might be better. Let's try this again, shall we? There we go. Oh, come on. Seriously? Nope. Okay, it doesn't want to go there. We're gonna try that one more time. lower the terrain a tiny bit here. Oh no, it was raising up. Okay. Try this over here again. Okay, there we go. Place that there. We do need a gas station here. So let's see where... There you are. Fortunately, we cannot fit it quite there, and this doesn't necessarily need to be right at the center. It can be more towards the edge here. There we go. Okay, so we do need something for culture in here and sports. So let's go for the mod items again. So cinemas, House of Culture, which has would be a little bit smaller. Might be better in the long run. Put that there, and then we need the sports playground, so we'll get a gym. Probably this one. Rather small. Actually, I suppose we could place it down here about. There we go. And then what we need to do is get some housing in this place, and then I believe we have pretty much everything. We got the shops, we got the schools, we got the kindergarten. We got the culture and sport. That should cover pretty much all of the needs. Now then, let's see. If we place down houses around here... we can probably fit quite a few in this town. One over there. And this area a little bit. Like, I can at least get 8 houses over here easily. That there. Another one there. That would be 10. I suppose I could fit some over here, but that's going to be actually quite a bit of population in here. I'm not entirely sure if the services can actually manage all this. But I suppose we'll find out eventually. A little bit distance to the road there, because it needs to hit the cinema in there. There we go, put that one. I suppose I'll put like 6 on this side. That's probably going to be more than enough for this entire town. I mean, it's going to be providing a fair bit of workers for the industrial area. Which hopefully will keep the industries running. We haven't actually unpaused that all yet. I think one more over here is going to be fine. Oh, actually, I don't know. That terrain starts to get rather steep there. Okay, you know what? I'll just leave it there. But could I? No, I'm not gonna go for more houses. I could probably fit some in here at some point, but I don't think we need to worry about that right now. Now, let's get some footpaths down here. I'm not sure if I need to connect anywhere down there, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Or at least get to the construction office. Connecting all the houses. This will take a few moments, but yeah, we'll have a pretty good population over here, hopefully. I'm not entirely sure if the shops and such will actually be able to provide for all of these. I suppose we'll find out. But yeah, we'll get a footpath going down here. And then this footpath can go over here. I suppose I could connect it somewhere around here with these two. Okay, we can go around there a little bit. Get connections to at least that house. Can we get through here? That's gonna be a bit trickier. That works. Kind of. Might be... Let me actually try that again. We continue along here? Nope. Hey Tilma, how's it going? Oh right, I need to get the road down here first before I do too much. Right, I'm basically just setting up a small housing area over here near the industrial area. So I can get some housing down here. And then I can focus on building the big Ukraine. Let's see, can we actually... Oh, hi, HTK. Yeah, the walkability is fairly important in a lot of cases. Because, well, I mean, you can walk further with the walk or footpaths than you can with a road. Oh, come on. Seriously? I suppose we can connect one way or another there. I see you two know each other already. Connect there. I'm gonna connect this here. That there. That. Don't think I need to connect that one anywhere. I could. Suppose I could connect this one here because there might be some people walking through there rather than from here. Right, then that was the shop. So we'll need to get a footpath across here. And probably from here actually as well. Go around the warehouse. Hold on. This is a bit of a steep hillside here, so this is causing a little bit of trouble. I mean, I suppose one option would be somewhere around here, wouldn't it? There we go, so we could connect to that one and go around. I don't think I actually need... Oh, right, and I do need to get the electricity down here still. That's going to be a slight issue, but I think I got some ideas where to put them down. Right, that one needs to be connected still. And then pretty much all of the houses have at least a couple of connections. I actually wonder, could I fit in... I don't think I can fit a substation down there, but I think it's worth a shot. Oh! Okay. Will that cover... It will cover most of the places. Not the gas station though, so I'd rather put it down here then. I'll put one there and I'll put another one down here somewhere. I'll put it down here. So that it's easier to get the electricity in there. Oh wait, no, we have a substation there. No, we don't need this one then. I think. Like, this should be able to reach most of the places, or at least parts over here, and then this will be reaching the rest. Right, I think we can work that. Let's get the footpaths going then. How about we actually unpause water today? Oh, right, you are actually working on the wires there, so... Are using that line there. Oh, what vehicles parking outside? I'm shocked no one had that idea before. Oh, I actually not heard about that one. Right, is there... Oh, last chance to buy Zills. Well, we don't need those. We can produce our own vehicles. Right, so this is going to take a long while to be built. So let's start focusing on the big Ukraine here. Let's have a look. So we got some housing already. There was the heating plant that we are working on. Once that's working, I mean, once we get the infrastructure up for that, then we can safely start inhabiting this place, because we already have the shops. We got the sports halls and... Okay, so this is the shop. Ooh, right. I suppose we can buy the stuff here for the time being. Not forever. Now, in the meanwhile, let's have a look at the ships that we have here. We got 5.5 million total. Send this one to the next. Not that we need the cash right now, but I'd rather keep the goods moving for the most part. Now, do we have run out of crops there, and we're buying the crops there, so we do need to send this one out. Hopefully we can get the big Ukraine working soon enough, so we can start bringing in the crops from here instead of foreign countries. So we're working on that road there. I forget, was this going to be able to reach most of the... It might be able to reach most of the workplaces, actually. Wait, no, that's the cargo station, never mind. The bus stop was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it will be reaching to pretty much all of them. That was the question mark over here, but I think we managed to fit it in. Oh no, building is on fire. Stalino, construction office. Okay, well, luckily the fire station is right down the road, so it shouldn't really be an issue. Ah, well, the lack of workers is certainly a bit concerning, but there's some coming in. There we go. Much better. Actually, that construction office is not even being used, though, but oh well. May have gone a bit overboard with the amount of offices there. Using the linear construction offices is hardcore. To a degree, I mean, I think they have a bit low max range as the problem. Other than that, they work fairly well. You open the minimap there. Right, so we'll get a lot of housing in this town here, which actually does not have... well, it's part of that harbor area then. I only use the modded ones with 32 slots. Ah, fair enough. I've not actually looked into that one. There's so many mods that I have not used yet. Did we get the ship constructed yet? I know that we are close. Actually, not that close. Still 3,500 workdays. Right, so we're currently at 9 million. Are getting some chemicals from here. We'll go to plastics factory. That's good. Although the plastics factory is going to need more chemicals, so we might have to set up another one of those. Which, honestly, is there an output pipe over here? Different size construction office makes specializing the construction brigades much easier. Yeah, I'd imagine that. Right, so let's have a look at the pipelines here. Yeah, that's an input pipe, so if I want to have more chemical plants, I probably need to use them in here. I could probably fill in a couple there. And then I could use the population from here to work that one. Not a terrible idea. Let's actually have a look. How much room would I need for chemical plants? Oh, right, the power lines are going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. If we place one there, we place at least one around here, there'd be at least two. I'm just thinking, I want to have them, well, this is a bit of a small room, I could probably fit in two here. Another option would be to get a pump to bring in the stuff and put them down here. I mean, there's plenty of room in this region. Just put in a bus stop in the middle section and then a couple of warehouses where the chemicals are being put into. And we can just buy the materials, because the stuff that you need for the chemicals isn't actually all that expensive. It's just very time consuming to make. Let's see, if we were to have one over here, because we definitely have the oil to use in this if need be. But yeah, let's say we put one there. We could easily place another one down here somewhere. And then one more around here. Power lines are getting a bit in the way there. Okay, so let's say that we place that there. I actually wonder, is there more that adds in a like a road cargo station slash bus stop? Because that'd be handy. To have one building that has the connections there, but also footpath connections that can be used to go into various buildings. Because what I'm thinking here now is not possible. Ah, fair enough. get some... Hold on. Place that there. A road down this way. And then... Well, I can start working on that one. Then have a pump. I wonder, can it... That might be a bit too far away. I would connect all the way here, so we'll be outputting 3 of these lines if we can just get this in here. Do it manually, just so that I can get it elevated. Many of them in a square have 2 offices. Deliver stuff there. Yeah, I mean, that works. Right, so we'll take this one. I would have wanted to have it a bit close, or on the other side of the road, but this is probably going to be a bit easier to do it this way. Connect that there. Okay, we need to redo this one. Okay, across here. Right, so we can start working on those. Let's get the road connection to the pump here. Where we can connect to the same point there. Basically what I'm going to be doing is using this one to at least get the chemicals out. I might just automatically buy the resources in there. Aside from oil, of course. Right, and then we need to get a bus stop here somewhere, which will be within reach of all of those, which I have an idea already. Get a road connection down here. One thing that... Ooh, I'm not sure if we have power connection to everything. We might. We might. If we don't, then we can just get something. Okay, we don't have power connections available over there, so that... may be an issue. Anyway, I want to get a connection around here. Basically, I'm doing a bit similar thing as I did in the big Ukraine. Place one of these stops here. And then just continue going around. We can connect this to the main road there. Oh, right, we never put in a... I suppose we can connect to that one. And then... Well, I'll just connect that there. Connect this here. That's already being constructed. I do have a fair bit of distribution offices over here that I can utilize, and I actually have one that is already gathering up chemicals. Okay, so they have started the road constructions over here, but it's probably going to take a while. And we got the... Oh, right, I'm still not entirely sure if this is going to be within reach of power or not. Actually, is this... This is within reach of power over there. I could potentially move this one closer, if need be. Like, moving it over there is not a big issue. It would still give the power to these two, but also over there. I'm pretty sure that some of these are within reach of this one. Actually, they might all be. Just about. I suppose we'll find out. But we got over 10,000 tons of oil here. Almost 11. Right, we're starting to get a lot of vehicles. Oh, right, we got some of the snowplows. We got 4 over there. Did we get a... Hold on. Technical services somewhere around here yet? I don't think we did. No, not yet. Although some of it might be within reach of this one. Quite a bit of it actually is. Already got 8 over here. We could even increase the range of this if need be. I think that'll probably be fine for the time being. I do believe... Ah, fair enough. I'll have a look at that after the stream. Okay, so that's still 2300. I suppose I'll just send these to the technical services down here. I'm sure that they'll be used. If they're not, then I can distribute them to other offices later. Oh, did we get... Oh, right, yeah, we did get another one just finished. Oh, right, they're heading there and then they're immediately going to refuel. Luckily, we have a gas station very close by, so that's not... Oh, man, we're currently at 12 million now. Man, we are making some nice cash here. But yeah, we are going to have to bring in some workers down here, but I don't think it's going to be a massive problem, especially once we get this town built up. We'll have plenty of workers available. Right, so we got the electronics. How much do we... Ooh, we are running a bit low on electronics, and we got a ship here waiting for more. Mostly about the lack of workers, by the looks of it. I mean, we got the components, not massive amounts, but we do have them. And then... yeah. HCK, thanks. Welcome to the Discord. Got me confused there for a moment. Not sure why, but it happened. Okay, so we've got 2,000 adult living with their parents. That's a bit less than ideal. But at the same time, it's going to be plenty of workers for this town once it's ready. Although, we could always... How's the... Okay, we need more steel here. That'll take some time. Although we are producing a fair bit of steel. We actually got a decent bit of it here waiting. How's the coal doing? We got 400 tons over there, so we just had the ship probably rather recently in here. Oh yeah, it's over there. We get the... No, I just checked this like 100 work days ago. Right then, Ooh. Oh no, never mind, there's the footpaths. They're invisible for a moment. Actually, why don't we make... Ooh, right, is that... Ah, I see, there's the problem. There's what... Oh, right, I never actually connected this to any of these. Not building that one. And that one, I suppose. There's at least a couple connections to that side, but I'm not entirely sure how quickly we'll get this thing done, because the workers are a slight issue. Also, workers is empty. Where's the... Oh, right, because it's technically trying to get the workers from here. I see. Well, once we get the heating plant completed, then it shouldn't be an issue. We are getting steel there now. We just need some of the components. And we have gotten the infrastructure here, for the most part, already completed. So we'll just need to start bringing in the coal down here. and then we'll be able to provide heating for a long while. Now then, how's Rommelgrad doing? A decent bit of workers there, but we've got a lot of buses coming around here, so not that big of a problem. Some students and passengers waiting there, but even those are not too big numbers. Not massive amount of workers there. I mean, they can't get university education from here, quite frankly, so that may be an issue. Which actually... how about we get a bus? I know that we got some of the smaller buses here. I mean, we got bigger buses as well. Let's take one of these. Send it down there. And then we'll set up a line for it to go between here and there, and then back to Pravdov, and then make a stop at Pravdov so people can actually go to uni. Oh, actually, we could even make a first stop over here so students going for the headquarters can study there, and then going for there. Not a terrible idea. Okay, the population is growing, but I know that since we haven't actually moved anyone out of their houses in a long while, the population will drop soon enough. But during winter, that is. Okay, so that is now completed. Have they need a bit more workers down here, and then we have heating plant completed as well. Right, did we ever get the stuff around here working the way I intended it? No, I think I had to place the export trucks over here. Basically, this is our export storage now. We're taking extra stuff from here and taking it there, and then this stuff will be exported. That reminds me, how much do we have in the ships now? We've got another 3 million there waiting. Not bad for a 2-month time period. Right, so the harvests are going on, good. And I'm guessing we don't have enough crops to... Oh no! Ship is actually on its way. It's actually here in the harbor. It's already half empty. Oh boy. Well, it's a good thing that we are at least using the crops there. I will send this one out again, just in case. Give a bit of more leeway in there. Right, so none of these will be constructed because... Oh, well, that one is, because the paver is there. But yeah, until we get the stuff over here working. How much would it cost? It's 6,000. Do we have a bus heading this way? We got 2, actually. At least one of them has workers. Oh, and we are working on the railway here. Good. We're about to reach the diesel station. Which actually will probably start to... or should probably start filling up already. But that's the train platform, small. We don't actually have a refueling station down here. City Hall in Zagrad. That's not good. Well, luckily, we do have fire station over there. I should have plenty of workers. We actually have a look. Citizens, adults living with their parents. Oh, wow. Got a lot of them here. If we took some from there, we could easily empty a couple of buildings. Oh, there's a small heat exchanger over here. Well, that's right across the road of the fire station. And the city hall has been saved, good. Right, so how much do we have total in here? 700. That's living with their parents. I'm pretty sure that Pravdov has about the same. 850. Alright then. Oh, yeah, I never connected that to anything. I'm not sure if I ever want... Oh, I suppose I could build it there. Not sure if I need to, but... well, I already did. Oh, a couple of small roads there, or footpaths. That should be alright. Hey, it is getting autumn. So we have started working on the roads there. We've already done the gravel portion, that one. That's missing some asphalt still there. Started working over there. Now working on that one. Okay, so there's a lot of work being done here, but most of this entire area is already fully, well, I wouldn't say fully developed, but built up for the most part. Okay, so we managed to do the road over there, which means that we'll probably start bringing in a lot of resources, actually. Which is fine by me. Oh, and we are bringing in more coal. How much do we... Ooh, we don't have a lot of coal there waiting. Did we get the ship yet? Nope. Oh, right, and you are waiting for more fuel. I guess we are having a problem with bitumen now. I assume so. Yes, we are. Okay, how about... We're gonna go there and then we'll give you... Oh, right, I can't make you stop there. But new stop. We're gonna go here, load bitumen, and then beyond Soviet borders, and to load it. There we go. So that's at least keeping it in the move for the time being, and giving us a bit of fuel here that we can use. Okay, 1200 workdays left on that one. Today we're thinking about skipping to export food overproduction. The food plant's production will stop if there's too much food in the system, and then create overcapacities in alcohol production that will use the crops if the backup storage of food production overflows. Fair enough. Right, do we have a lot of workers waiting here? Ooh, yes we do. Okay, a bit more than I expected. Now, did we get the... Okay, we got everything over here. Where's the... Are you the one that... Yeah, you're taking from there and you are unloading there and there. I'm gonna find you to unload over there as well. Go with 30% for the time being. It doesn't need a massive amount, but now that we have that, is that within reach of the... Not directly. So for that we are going to have to set up some sort of bus traffic in here. Of course we could start moving some of the buses from here to there. So send you there. And you there, and that reminds me we probably have the bus waiting for Rommelgrad. Pravdov line there, so you go there, there. It does carry quite a bit of workers, so that's all people, so that's good. Oh no, actually, I wanted to have another stop here first. There we go. That should allow some university education going in there. Because otherwise there might be some problems with the staff at clinics. So that is being emptied rather quickly there. There's a lot of trucks away. Well, there's basically only... Well, no, there's two at a time there. Once one empties, then the other one is about to move out as well. But it's better than nothing. We've got 10 million in cash. Let's actually have a look at this year's economy, because I have... Oh, wow. 7 million profit. 23 million in exports already. And compared to last year, well, we've already imported quite a bit. Delivery costs have been a bit smaller though. Vehicles imported have been less, but that's just the blueprints. Right, well now that that is working, we're getting the buses over here. And I think what I'll do is I'll actually start moving some people over here. I think I'm going to start moving them from Pravdo, actually. Let's just take some houses from here. Because they are within reach of most of the houses there, so just start relocating the people. To relieve quite a bit of excess people there. Okay, so we didn't actually need both of those, but hey, we got some population here now. And then once we got the bosses here, I'm just going to take this one first. Oh, no, you need to... You stop. Go there. And then go there. It's going to keep the power plant working and the heating plant. Later on we'll need to switch it around a little bit, but for the time being that's probably alright. Oh, actually that reminds me. This is not within reach of most of the people. Okay, so we do need to set up a bus stop somewhere around here. Or platform. Actually, I think if we set up the platform down here, we can get a road down that way. Right, I'll place it down there and connect this here. We'll keep the construction office rather busy, but they are doing pretty good work at getting the footpaths down here for the time being. And they have started working on a lot of the houses, but it'll take some time. But yeah, if we get that, we can then do... actually. I haven't quite decided where... Like, I want to have the industrial area start somewhere around here. So how about we do a road kind of marking that? Somewhere around there. And continue this road through there. Connect there. I can have another connection down here to the industrial area. We'll start with that. And I did want to have another cargo harbor over here, which will be loading... Oh, right, that's going to require some room if we want to have the crops loading in here. Start figuring out where we can fit it in. We probably want to go with the medium harbor. Passenger... There you are. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. Now let's actually zoom in a little bit. And crane storages, we can fit in probably some around here. One over there. Can we fit in another one down here? Yes. Well, I'm not entirely sure if the road will be quite functional. Let's try that. Can we actually make that into something that will work? That's too sharp of a turn. That doesn't work. I may need to remove that and try it again. But if we do something like this, will that be too close? Yeah, that's too close. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up this one first, just so that we can make sure that we have a road going there. Then we're going to delete these two. Actually, if I take a bit more distance to the harbor itself, that might work better. Let's say we place one there, and... oh, we can place another one here, and that's certainly far enough. A bit of distance there, and... we connect that... actually... I wonder, we're gonna have a similar over there, so what I could do... basically I just want to have a... as... oh, actually, no. No, I have a better idea. No, but it's not gonna work. We tried to do that with the... Well, actually, it might work. It just needs a bit different, Crops of food, alcohol compared to crops are almost the same, but alcohol will need a lot less transport capacity. That is true. That is very much true. Okay, so if I switch that to face the other way, I can have a road cargo station over here. Oh no, I don't think I can actually. If I put them both the other way around, then that would work. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Wait, let's cancel these roads first. I just want to have the easier unloading, basically. So let's get the storages in here. So I can put you down here. Actually, in that case, let's see, if we place you down there, place you there, let's have a look. So if we place the factory connection there, and then road cargo station over here, can we can reach both. That would work. Would this would work. Although the road is a bit on the wrong side from what I had in mind, but let's see. That's the tightest that I can place it. Get a bit of a road connection there. I'm going to draw a little bit extra line there, just so that I can have multiple vehicles over there waiting to unload stuff without blocking the road. And we can connect this in here. This is mostly for exporting crops, basically, or taking to the other places that might need crops. So, not importing, but yeah, exporting. I just want to have a big capacity of crops that can be stored in here. This connection there. Actually, I should probably set up this factory connections as a hotbar there, or on the toolbar. Alright, then we can get a road cargo station here. So that we can get a connection to both of them somewhere around here. There we go, we can start building those. Now that will need to be connected and that will need to be connected, but that's not a massive issue. Local distance, so we can actually use just vehicles to construct that. And then we can continue this road here. Actually, before I place that, I want to have a substation somewhere around here. Just so that I can make sure that I should probably place it there, actually. I could use that area for dropping in some electricity. I can have the main line go around here on this side of the road to continue down to the south. Although I could potentially fit one right here. It might require a bit of tricky things here to get the line around there, but it's certainly possible. Let's actually have a look. So if we have a transformer somewhere down here, maybe we'll have it on this side. Because this area is going to be a fair bit of industry most likely, so we are going to need a transformer here anyway. Start with that. Connect this to the main road. And then let's get the wires down here. And resupply from Harbor's fuel storage, so pumping Harbor isn't needed for that solution. Ah, fair enough. I mean, yeah, they can get the fuel from there. And they can fill in the fuel of that. Okay, so yeah, that's true. I believe the pumping station will probably fill in the ship a lot faster. I'd imagine, or otherwise it feels a bit broken. Right, so we got power connection there. Let's start building that. Let's start building the roads as well. Now, there's still a little bit of room here for something. I haven't quite figured out yet what I'll do there. I mean, I suppose I could set some distribution offices or something there. Also place some over there, although the power lines are going to be an issue there, so maybe not there. Anyways, we have basically this area for more housing. More or less. Maybe even a little bit down there. Well, not much over here because the railway is going to go there. I could maybe put some right next to the road, I suppose. How's that working the road there? Good. Let's have a look. How is the other town coming along? Still mostly working on the roads by the looks of it, and some of the groundworks. We have got on this one though, so let's set up you with a line. Oh right, I need to send you to... Oh, right, they have not completed this one yet. Lack of workers for the most part. I see. Right, so I need to send you to a harbour first by the looks of it. Which, I have to be there. Right, we got both the crop ships there. For the time being anyway. That's going around with more coal. So has the... Oh, I see. Send the workers down there, so we can actually start working on this one. It's gonna need the... Okay, which one of these had the open holes? You got some open holes. Got some buses as well. Oh, right, that's the... Okay, yep. We'll put those two, so we'll actually get some workers in here, so they can do the work for getting the dock completed. Should be able to fit in quite a few ships in there, I'd imagine. Right, so we got the population up here. They are now working on a lot of the housing here. But that's good. Although the population has dropped quite a bit. Might be because... Oh, right, Oh, right, yeah, I may have moved them here a little bit too soon. Because they can't reach the shops yet. A lot of the footpaths are not completed. Right, whoops. Yeah, that's about to unload there. We are building now another tanker ship. That's good. I'm guessing... Yeah, that's still full. It should be... Oh. Oh, right. How about you go to actually unload this stuff first? There's starting to be a lot of traffic around here. Now they can't decide which way to go. Oh wow, 17 million. Oh. Did we get both of them? Oh yeah, both of them were exporting at the same time. Alright then. We're starting to have a lot of vehicles in here just waiting. And that one has a lot of food and some alcohol. We've got plenty of food and alcohol over here as well, but we can't store more over there because the ships are both out at the same time. Right, so now I can put you to the line over there to make sure that we get more coal to the area, because we do have pretty good coal production over here. And we might as well utilize that a bit more. So we'll be bringing it down here and unloading to there, which will be then used for the steel mill. Actually needs a lot of coal right now. And then the power plant, well technically it's going for the warehouse or storage over there, and same over here. But that will allow things to keep on growing. Okay, so are you within reach of that? Nope, you're not within reach of the shop. I'm not going to bring in more workers here, or population here, until we get the actual infrastructure in there. I mean, there's one way to do population management, but it's not necessarily the best way. Oh, that's without power supply. I didn't realize that, but this one also without power supply. Okay. We've got plenty of connections that we can use from here. There's one thing that I could do. Well, I'm not going to start building more stuff here. There's way too many things that are working already. They have started working on the road here. We'll get the harbor eventually. But that will take some time. Have they started? Ooh, yes! Got plenty of workers here. We've got a crane, so that's going to speed things up quite nicely. We're going to need a lot of steel and concrete after this, but fine. You bring in workers down to... Oh, that one. But you actually failed to bring anyone too far away, I reckon. Okay, so we've done groundworks on a lot of these places. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of them nonetheless. But yeah, we need to get a lot of these... Actually, I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to get the footpaths all that well constructed either. Because they're trying to get the workers from here, and I'm pretty sure that Rommelkrat is way too far away to actually get the workers in there. I can always use cash to build them. Not a massive issue. Oh, right, yeah, we got the road constructed over here to the Uranium Island. Actually, have a look. How is the uranium concentration? It's mostly underwater, actually, so we're going to have to do a bit of terraforming to get the mine. I can probably go with 2 mines, actually. Although I'm not entirely sure if that's the best idea, but it's a possibility. Then I'd at least be able to utilize most of that uranium. We can set up the... Well, some things over here at least. I was thinking about maybe having another small town over there, actually. Just so that I can then... Oh, right, and the small island over there that I could technically also utilize. Just get a bridge across there. Get some housing there. Which might actually be a pretty fun project. Right, how are we doing over here? We have got on the slaughterhouse completed. One of the livestock ranges is there. Oh, right, yeah, we got the crop storage over here, essentially. Then we got a distribution office there. Then we got the livestock farms over here, which all push their product to here, kind of. And then will be used by the slaughterhouse. I'm not actually entirely sure. Probably won't be able to keep up with that production, but it's better than nothing. At least it's going to basically triple the production, assuming that we have the crops to work with. Now the problem is, these won't be able to hold much crops, so it's basically going to be... We're going to take... Well, the distribution office will just take the crops from here with the cargo station. Has 4 warehouses connected to it. Or grain storages, and we'll just distribute to these. They will be used quite a lot, to be fair. Oh, right, we're building this rather long stretch of road here. It's a lot of asphalt, though, but getting slowly into the farming areas here. Which is one of the many in Big Ukraine. Next one is probably going to be somewhere around here. Then we're going to have at least one more down here. There's going to be train stations in most of these. Basically so that we can use trains to bring in the crops. So we don't need to have massive amount of trucks transporting them everywhere, just from one storage to another, basically. That reminds me, did we set up... No, not yet. We may need to set up another distribution office somewhere around here that will take stuff from here to there. Although that does have 12 trucks, it's probably going to be plenty doing both. I'm going to bank on that one. Right, do we have a lot of vehicles? We do have some extra vehicles here again. Getting some dumpers. The excavators. And this one to the office there. We do have some... Okay, so we've got actually quite a few dumpers here. I will send these to there. Because I know that that office will be doing a fair bit of work with the 2 ships bringing in the coal. Speaking of which, one of them just left. Is the other one... Oh, yeah, other one is about to arrive. Good. I'm guessing the production is keeping up fine. Yep. There's already another shipload ready and waiting. Right, we've still got plenty of crops here waiting. I wonder, how much do we have in here then? We've got another 700 tons. Not bad. There's 240 over there, so that's about 1,000 tons of crops still waiting in here. Not much around here, I reckon. Nope, that is practically empty. Over here, we are slowly using that into some... Well, we got fabrics for a long while. Clothing is being used a bit more. So let's actually have a look at this year's stats. What have we been importing? Crops is 6 million, then food, meat, and plastics and coal are rather significant as well. But the coal imports are mostly at the steel mill whenever there's some gaps in the delivery of more coal. Otherwise it's doing alright. Although I actually wonder... It would be possible to get some sort of connection down here, but I'm not sure if there's enough room to build it. Most likely not. That's not enough room. Over here, that needs to be connected all the way there, so that's not really an option. How far does it reach? That would be 300 from that side. Like, technically, if we were to build a footpath around here instead from that crossroad, that would shorten the distance a little bit, and it might be enough to get over there without this particular footpath. That would get us potentially enough room to build a... Oh, right, we'd have to take over that one as well. I mean, that's technically not required. Because they can go around there anyway. Actually, yeah, all of that is not required. Just thinking about if I was to get... Oh, building is on fire. If I was to get a aggregate unloading over here to connect over there, that might be better. Get the footpath over here. Right, is the grain storage over there? Oh, distillery. Oh no! Save the crops. How much did we have here? Almost 400 tons. That's not a small amount. Okay, well at least we are bringing the exports down here. Both of these ships are probably being filled rather same speed, so I'm going to send one of these out already. Right, we were trying to fill that one, but it's at least filled up for the time being. Right, so we got the ship over here waiting. I mean, we probably... Oh yeah, we got plenty of crops here still, so we don't need to send it out. Not yet, anyway. We got another 400-ish crops, or 400 tons of crops and mini Ukraine. There's starting to be a lot of traffic around here. Now it's heading out with some bitumen there. Almost 1 million worth. Ooh. Hello. Right, how are we doing in terms of... We've still got plenty of bitumen. But there's now enough to actually keep on working, so that's good. Of course, they're not working at massive speed, but it's still decent enough. New vehicle type. Available for purchase using dollars. Well, we don't have any. We got a dumper. I suppose we might want to get some more buses. Start with 2. Right, do we need... We might need some components. We have been buying them directly over here, haven't we? Yeah, we got another 2.7 tons there. Most of it's going to be used for the tanker here, to be fair. It's gonna take a while. I'm guessing we got plenty of available workers. Oh yeah, 400 just waiting at the harbor there. You are unloading the crops, so we got the electronics ship just heading back. I'm guessing the electronic storage is a bit empty right now. I suppose if and when we can get the plastics production up with the new chemical factories or chemical plants, then we'll be able to produce a lot more. I mean, technically we are buying the plastics there already. I mean, I suppose we do need some chemicals over here as well. But what we can do is we can have... oh no, I mean we can have both of these like this, and then that as sources for chemicals. Because they are still delivering to... oh, no, that's the wrong one. This one. They are still delivering to the warehouse over there, as well as the... hold on. I thought the plastics... yes, the plastic factory is also a target for chemicals, which actually doesn't hold much there, so we might want to increase the unload capacity to like 90%. So that might keep it working a bit longer. Right, how's the work on the harbour going? Or dock over here? Gonna need a bit more concrete. And workers, of course, but it's not too bad. Right, have we made good progress with the railway? So we got on the railway all the way down hereabouts. Continues down this way. Also continues down this way all the way to the diesel station. And then all the way to the production line, which we still have no licenses. Nor do we have any workers there, but that's 1 plus 1 equals 2.5. 2 of which belongs to the state. And the remaining half is used to bribing the officials. Because over here we got some trucks. Actually, not a lot of them are in use right now. Right, so I'm guessing the big Ukraine town is practically empty again. Yep, there's no one there, and no one there. Wait, not enough power supply? Hold on a minute. I mean, yeah, that's not working, but... there's power over here. We have the... oh, hold on a minute. Is this... somehow beyond any oh no, oh no. Okay, that's a problem. It could be that we haven't set up a... oh, we haven't connected this one yet. Hold on, did we not connect that at all? Nope. Well, that might explain a thing or two. We use some money to get that built. There we go, so now that should have electricity. Yes, it does. And now this is actually... oh, right, so we don't actually need the... right. This now has power. Of course, it doesn't have any people yet. We have gotten that road completed, so they are now working on the bus platform there. I wonder, I can probably fit in quite a few houses over here. I'll set up the services around here in the center again. But that will take some time. Now then, so that road is coming along quite nicely. Have they... no, they're working on that one. Yeah, we need to have a lot more plastics or chemical plants, but at least getting a bit more. I mean, I don't think we'll be using the full plastics production anyway. Like, if we have a look at the electronics, going to use 2.3 tons of plastics per workday at max production, and it's not at max production most of the time. Then the components is going to take 1.5 and so forth. So we'll probably be using about third or half at most plastics. I mean, I know that we use some in places like this and that one, and over here eventually. So all the vehicle productions. But I think, yeah, I don't think we need actually a full production capabilities. We don't actually have a massive amount of workers here at the first place because we capped it at 10% right now, which is actually still a bit less than what we can produce chemicals, but eventually it will be better. I think we'll go for 15% at some point once we get all of these chemical plants working. Not to use all the plastics one factory could produce. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of things. I mean, on one hand, it's a good thing that it will overproduce essentially. But at the same time, the amount of chemical plants that one plastics factory requires is just insane. Right, so over here we are 8,000 workdays away from that. Right, actually, we should probably set up this as a target for fuel from the distribution office here. Actually, it's supposed to be already. Don't need to go there because that's pumped already in there. Right, so the... where's the container harbor? Is it currently at 50? No. Okay, so they're not actually unloading there for some reason. I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be working anyway, but we'll see. Nope, they're not going out. Alright then. We'd need to set up a manual connection there, I reckon, or... Alright, this was a 3 to 1 instead of 1 to 3 pumping or pump over there. Otherwise, I could have connected it to there manually. Or was to set up another pump somewhere around here and connect it to there. Oh well. Can't be helped. Right, so you are coming for more fuel now. Do we have the fuel for you to export? Not really. We do have bitumen. To some degree anyways. I'm just going to send you to move to that stop instead. You may turn around a little bit, but you should be able to get there. What are we doing in terms of crops? We've still got 700 tons of crops there. I will send this one out already, because we can afford it. And we've got 2 ships over here, one with 400,000 and one with 2.5 million. So I'm going to send this one out. Now we've got coal being filled in here. We do have a fair bit of coal waiting. That's not a bad thing. I wonder, where's the other coal ship right now? It might be unloading currently, but it's not guaranteed. Oh, actually, it is unloading there. Good. Still has 500 tons of remaining load there. We've got 1,000 tons of coal there. This has plenty of coal right now. I'm guessing we've got plenty of coal over here. I mean, these are not in use right now because there's no one living in this town yet. I mean, the official truth is that there never was a worker living here yet. Right, did we ever... We never constructed that one. Assign that to the rail lines. Or the construction office here. Which actually, currently, they do have one place that they are constructing in. Assign that one. I suppose we can't reach there right now, can we? Not really, so we'll have to do them some other way. Unless we could connect to the... Well, no, it's going to be pointless, quite frankly. Right, so we do have that one under construction. Do we have more around here that we could be constructing? Like that one? Oh, it's constructing over there, okay. Oh, I see. There's a bit of extra bit of rail there. We'll continue down this way. That will slowly take us to the harbor over there. And over here, so we now started working on the other side of the rail there. Get to the production line, that is. Right, we've got 12,000 tons of oil. And we're about to get one of our chemical plants completed. Did we? No, we haven't got on all the roads yet. But we got on a fair bit of them. Okay, that's about to be empty. I'm guessing the other ship is on its way already. Yep, it's right there. Good, good. We're currently waiting for some bitumen, but that's alright. We'll wait there for a while. Some fuel over here, and I'm guessing we still haven't delivered any fuel there. Nope. But it's not working as intended. Now there are a few ways to do this. I can set up a manual connection, or I can set up a like a pumping thingy over here somewhere, and then just connect it directly there. What I mean by that is the loading and unloading. Wondering which way is that? One of those, and this is one of the rail. Well, I mean technically road as well, but this would be one direction. This might not be the worst idea, but at the same time, I think it might be easier to just use one of these. So let's say we place one here. It's quite a bit of extra work for just something very simple, but let's see, if we place it down hereabouts, we'll be able to connect from here. Start building that, and then get the pipe connection. Need to go a little bit around there, and then connect there. I'm just going to use cash to build that one. We got 19 million, we might as well use some of that. Actually, since 26th of December, let's have a look at this year's stats a little bit. 35 million in exports. Holy crap. Compared to last year, that's almost double. Not quite, but it's not far off either. So what did we export most? Steel is 13 million, alcohol is 5.7, food 5, electronics is 5.8, 1.8 in bitumen, 1.3 in fuel, and 600,000 in clothing, 900,000 in fabrics, and then a little bit of prefab panels and bricks. And honestly, the prefab panels and bricks don't give a lot of cash, but it's just we can keep those productions going at least, and get a little bit extra tonnage for the exports, so the ships will go around a bit quicker. Alright then, so that's actually pretty impressive. And the imports is mostly crops, food, meat, whatever plastics, but that's mostly being used in the electronics production. Then coal, and after that it's relatively small amounts of things. In money-wise anyway. There's some alcohol being used in few places, but it's not a massive issue. But yes, have we got on the road no, it's not yet constructed. They're over there right now, so they need more asphalt. We have gotten, so that's been completed. Okay, so we can output a total of 15 tons of livestock per day for the slaughterhouse. It's quite a small amount actually. It does turn it into 7.5 tons of meat though per day. It's something, but not necessarily quite enough to warrant this. But oh well. Like the meat storage, yes, but like the cargo station over here, not necessarily. Although it does shorten the distance a little bit, so it's not that big of a deal. And I mean, eventually we might set up a bit more of those livestock farms over here somewhere, and then we can just truck this livestock over here, and then utilize that there. So it can be expanded. Ooh. Oh, we did the bus stop here already. Good. And we haven't done most of the footpaths here, though. That will take some time. Right, how is the work going on over here? I reckon we have no workers. So, probably not going at all. You know what? Since we've got the money, I'm just going to start instantly building these. Now, that's going to take some fuel automatically, but we'll set up that connection over there. Go for 50% at least. Right, what else? Let's get some of these roads. Basically, I'm trying to get things that will open up some of the construction capabilities there. So we can at least get the resources in. Let's start working on this road. Oh, did they actually get some workers here? Oh, yes, they did. Nice. They've done a lot for this one as well. Probably buy some of the workforce. Complete that. We're at least using domestic materials. Oh, that's the thing. Pub. We don't have a pub here. Right, where could we fit one in? Possibly there? But I'm not entirely convinced. Maybe around here. That would be still within reach of most of the people. I can get a road connection there if need be. You know what? I'm actually going to go with the vanilla pub this time. No, it's not the smallest. Oh, I don't have an excavator available right now. Ooh. Okay. We'll do that later then. Where's the excavator now then? May have gone to refuel or something. Oh right, we got trucks over here unloading, but we don't have the power connection. We never got the power lines set up. Right, we should probably do that. Do we have? We do have connections over here that we can. Oh, that's probably where the excavator is. Very likely option. We go a bit further into the hillside here because it's going to be hard to build there anyway. Utilize that room. 300,000, I think we can do that. Just so that these trucks won't be stuck here forever. And now we have the connection over here. Oh, interesting. Unloads all vehicle slots are over there in the yard. Ah, that's really pretty neat. So you can still see them in there, but they're not. Yeah, fine. Export cement by ship. I think you can. Like, I'm transporting cement over here, not on there. But here, I'm bringing cement with this ship, so I reckon you can probably export it, yeah. And yeah, you do need quite a bit of gravel for the prefabs, but like, I don't now have a massive problem with the gravel anymore. I did have a little for a while until I got the gravel processing facilities in Stalino. But like, we have a massive storage here. And yeah, I suppose we could export cement. But it's mostly about filling the ships. Weight stuff. I mean, I could technically even set up one truck to take the cement from there to be exporting that. That's not a terrible idea, actually. Question is, can we build a cement or vehicle capable transporting cement? We do have the cistern or the oil tankers. I don't think we have the blueprint for the cement tanks. I suppose I could buy that. It's 1 million, but buy at least one of those, or build one of those. And then I'm actually going to get maybe a crane, get some fire trucks as well. I'm gonna get some mixers as well. I don't need them right now, but I know that I will in the future. Hope we run out of... No, we've got plenty of plastics there. Speaking of plastics, how's these coming along? Did I... Oh, I didn't connect this one to anything, did I? Nope. And that's not completed yet, so I'm just gonna let them construct that road first. Oh, it's a long road. Alright then. Right, did I actually... Oh yeah, see, can we cancel that bit of railway? Yes. Now it should be a bit... I mean, it's a bit of wasted resources, I suppose, but not too bad. Right, so we don't actually have a diamond over there. We do have one over here. On the other hand, they should be one-directional rails anyway. Right, are we still... Oh, we're actually... Well, no. All is going a bit up and down right now. Means that this is probably working most of the time. And that means that the ship that is doing the exports is probably going to be returning soon. Let me have a look. Can we... Yeah, we can fit in cement here. Which is about the same tonnage as steel. Of course, steel is much more valuable, but it's not too bad. Wait, you are trying to export the steel, I see. But we have no steel to export, I reckon. Oh, we got a little bit, but it's probably set up to not take quite everything. Right, so do we still have... We've got 560 adults living with their parents over there, and what about down here? We got 350. I mean, we did kind of get rid of a lot of them earlier. As we're building that, we are also building this one. Yeah, but that area is going to take a while. We are working on that road there. We never got this one because we don't have the workers. Small vehicle. Oh, I haven't actually looked into any of the small vehicle factories. So, like, I've looked very little into the production or factory mods. I've mostly taken the residential and like schools and such. It's mostly one collection that I subscribe to. Yeah, I should probably take a look at those at some point. But yeah, I mean, I kind of like the idea of having a massive armada of trucks, basically, a fleet of trucks, and just, you know, building them yourself. It will take some time and all that, but in the long run, it will be profitable. Now, I haven't been actually exporting any vehicles so far. Partially because, I mean, I technically do have this over here. The question is, what would I export? Well, it would have to be something that... Well, actually... Yeah, I do have the small refinery, which I actually have over here. Actually, I got two of them, don't I? Yeah, I got two small refineries, but that's about it. And I apparently have a lot of fuel waiting here. Wait, oh crap, I realize what's happening. You need to go export some bitumen. That might be costing us a little bit there. The production stalled and all that. Oh, mirrored version, excellent. Like, I really wish that there was mirrored version of everything, so yeah, that is certainly something that I'll have to take a look at into. Although I probably won't be building that in this playthrough, because we already have our vehicle factory, and I don't think we're gonna need a second one. I actually wonder, so let's have a quick look at the blueprints here. Well, I don't have a lot of vehicle types. For example, something that is relatively easy to transport. Doesn't take a lot of resources, like the rollers, for example, or the excavators take a bit more steel. For example, a roller. Let's actually build one. I want to see how much would it be or how valuable would it be to export those. Like, I honestly wonder what would be the most cost-effective vehicle to export. Something that is you can fit on a truck, basically, because my logistics over here do not support taking a train down here. Unless, let's actually have a look. Can we send you? No. It wouldn't have to be moved. It's 11.2 tons, actually. How much can one of the... Oh! You could even export the buses with the open hulls. Interesting. That's a possibility. So technically even the smaller trucks are possible for exporting with trucks. Well, it would be funny if you could have a truck load a truck, then you load that truck into another truck, but it's not quite how it works. You know, I had a car factory, but from trains to ships it's mostly the most expensive. Fair enough. Right, so you're trying to load fuel over there, which means that this is empty for the most part. We've got probably some bitumen that we could load up. Got a little bit, yeah. You know what, I'm going to send this one out already. Just to make sure that we don't take all of the fuel in there. Not constantly, anyway. Right, so have we started getting that? Once we get this one completed, which I reckon... Well, we're getting some gravel or asphalt over here right now. I'm getting them... Oh! Hold on a minute. Oh, now the mixers are heading out. Or at least one of them. Right, have we started... No, that was somewhere around... Oh, was it there? No? May have been refueling also, working on the road over there, actually. That would make sense. Oh, hold on a minute. Now that we have that one available, let's do the... No, small store. Pub. Right, so if we place it down here, a little bit distance. Mostly so that the footpaths are not going to be too steep. Flip. And connect it that way. There's a little bit extra room there. We can probably even plant some trees there. And then we need to get the road down here. Now, it doesn't have a warehouse connection or anything like that, but it's probably fine. Okay then, so we got the fuel station here, or gas station over there, is not currently in use. Plenty, well, I wouldn't say plenty of fuel, but the fuel is accumulating there again. We've got 12.5 tons, or 1,000 tons of oil there, so that's good. Ooh, Bravo is having a bit of a fire problem there. That is an interesting way to drive. On the other hand, I suppose, yeah, the footpaths they're not affected by the winter, so they can actually drive faster on those rather than on the regular roads, oddly enough. Okay, so we've got hundreds of workers here. We may need to build yet another passenger ship, bringing more workers down here. How are we doing in terms of electronics? We've got 32 tons. It's not too bad. Running a bit low on chemicals, but we still seem to have some. Got 2.5 tons of components there and another 3.4 tons here. Oh, right, so there's... I was a bit confused because the line over there is just a perfectly straight line. I didn't realize that I managed to do something like that, but yeah. It does have 2 connections right now. Not massive, but it's better than nothing. Is this actually... No, it is only connected to that one. I see. That is connected down that way. Right then, we still don't have... Oh, actually no, if we were to use a free dial, we could technically get some vehicles exported. Trusty workhorse of our economy. In exporting anyway. That's going to take another 5,500 workdays there. Oh, now we've got both of the ships here waiting. Well, that's better than nothing. Like, I'd rather have both of the ships here than no ships at all. Problem is that we got plenty of coal here. We got a fair bit of steel as well. So we can utilize that, and there is plenty of traffic around here. I actually wonder. At some point, I was thinking about having a harbour over here, but there's no room with the railways here. Actually, speaking of railways, use some cash here. Because we can't technically reach these with the current construction office. But we got the cash, might as well. There we go, that's a little bit better. Now, right, we haven't actually gotten this far yet. Oh yeah, that's something that we can actually reach now. So, let's take the office down here. Oh, they don't have it. Well, they don't need electro components actually. Right, so I should be able to build these two. And eventually these two as well, and continue to the... Oh, right, we haven't built this one yet. Oh, right, because we stopped the construction. Oh, that would do it. Okay, there we go. There's going to be some offices or something there. Right, so have we got on the footpaths yet? We've got on some of them, I reckon. Well, that's completed. All the way through there, good. But if we have a look at here, we can reach the kindergarten now. We can reach the pub. Well, there's 2 kindergartens that we can actually reach. Then there's a cinema. We can reach the school, but we cannot reach the shops yet. Which, admittedly, is a bit of a problem. There's mostly the fact that we don't have this footpath area quite yet constructed. As we do, then that should be alright. Right then. Ooh, the population has dropped a little bit again. Below 33,000 now. But I'm sure that we... I'm not actually sure if we'll be able to do that this year yet, but eventually we'll get that fixed. I mean, technically, if I was to build everything in here, it would probably cost me about $1 million. Hello, average. Well, it's not massive spam, no, but... I'll start with one, I'll take the other one a bit later. Okay, so we have started working on this, we need some asphalt still. On the other hand, how... I would be 100,000, I suppose I can spend that. But now, I can set up this office. Instead of going to the... Hold on, where's the harbour? Container harbour, remove that connection. And then we'll unload over there instead. Now I'll go for fuel. Now there should be someone going out at least. No, 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 no. Are you seriously taking bitumen there? No, 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 no. Should have been faster. Okay, well, you won't be able to unload it here, but it doesn't matter. Going for Poland HRE Vessels 1, Pure Bohemia, Novgorod killed Muscovy. But you should deploy religious first. Depends. I mean, deploy will allow you to get the vassalage stuff going much sooner. Religious, if you need to convert a lot of places, then you'll probably need that, but like if you don't need to convert stuff yet, then I'd probably take the diplo. Did you start out as Poland? How did the Bohemia game go, or did you again start a new one? I'm guessing now the trucks, one of the trucks will have bitumen on them for a while. Oh well. Okay, it's about to get springtime, good. We can actually have a look at how we got on done here. Not a lot, to be fair. Fair enough. Right, so we can start at least working on those buildings there. Wait, I suppose once we get the... That's the House of Culture. That's a school, that's a kindergarten. That's the shop already built up. Okay, so we have got on the platform there, good. We have not got on the rail, well, it's all the way to this one, which actually should probably be assigned to the... Where is that particular office? This one. So you're gonna unload, good. I'm gonna have to send in some more systems for that one actually. Which I believe we have at least one here. That one, I believe it was. Yep. I'm not sure if I'll have the content back. I at least do have the DLC, but I don't remember if Paradox gave me the content pack or just the DLC. Working on that road there. Do we have... We are doing good progress on the footpath down here. Or, well, we do have the... Oh, right. The workers haven't been assigned to this one for some reason. Has that been limited in this range? No, it shouldn't be. They do have a lot of places that they are working on. Alright, you probably shouldn't be going back and forth because that place is empty right now. It's wasting fuel, quite frankly. So we did get some workers down here, getting more and more housing. And we've done, yeah, we've done most of the footpaths around here. There's still a little bit to do, but not too many. Right then. How are we doing in terms of crops? We have no crops in there, so let's send this ship out. No, I haven't really given it a thought. So 2 and 8, 2.8 million, I'm going to send that one out. I'm going to go over 20 million soon. It's rather nice. Oh, right, yeah, I set up this so that I can technically start not exporting, but taking quarry stone elsewhere if need be. I don't think we'll be needing that, but it's a possibility that we can utilize at some point. We've got no ships over there right now. That's coming up back with more electronics, and that's waiting for electronics there, so electronics production may be in trouble for a little while. Well, I haven't really played Poland HRE Vassal Swarm, so I don't really have tips for that. I haven't actually played the HRE Vassal Swarm at all. Like, since the Emperor, well, the closest thing that I played in HRE is as Teutonic Order, and I did not go inside. I mean, I have played the Vassal Swarm, but that was ages ago. Like, several updates ago. Because we've got some vehicles over here. Oh, right, that's the cement truck over there. So I'm going to send this back to the warehouse over there. Did we... Hold on, so is this the export? Kind of, yeah. I'm going to send this to there. Right, so what other vehicles do we have? We've got 2 covered hulls, we've got a refrigerator, we've got 3 buses, we've got a fire truck, another bus, 2 dumpers, excavator, we've got a crane, we've got 2 mixers, and then we've got a roller. Oh, there we go, we got the fire truck. Oh, that's something that we don't have here. Right. Let's fix that before I forget. It doesn't need to be a massive fire station, quite frankly. Oh, and we don't have the excavator available right now. That's a problem. I suppose I can use the cash to let into terrain a little bit. Right, so there was a fire somewhere in Stalino, a small bus platform. Well, there should be fire trucks going over there. We could even send one of the fire trucks over there. And if we have some fire trucks over here already, we've got 4 over there, so we can probably send in the 2 down this way. I'm going to select these 2 and assign them here. Yeah, they don't have a mission tree yet. I'm sure that they will eventually get one, but it's just the right... Oh, actually, yeah, no, they don't have a mission tree. Well, I had my own missions. And frankly, the early wars as a Teutonic Order was bloody amazing. To be fair, I did have a 6-shock general like in the 1450s or something like that. Lasted for 20 years or so, so I did manage to win a war against Poland, Lithuania and Danzig, in which I lost... I think I lost like 30,000 men. They lost 140,000 in that war. So yeah, that was pretty good. You are waiting for more bitumen there. I suppose that's fine. I mean, we have plenty of bitumen available. Some of that is being pumped out, of course, but it's fine. Bring more workers there. How? Ooh, 4,000 workers left on that one. Population is not growing, though. Well, technically it will be growing, but just not fast enough yet. I suppose if I was to get these footpaths down here. And let's have a look. Can you reach everything that you need to? Or is there something that we're still missing? You can reach sports, you can reach Hold on, where's the... No, that's the cinema. There's a pub. Where is the sports here? Oh wait, no. That's the sports. The shop is over there. Right, well, I'll just quickly build up this other side then. I just basically want to get some workers down here so I can get the population growing and so forth. Right, so with those, you should be now able to get everything that you need. Right, so we got fire in oil rig. Oh no. Well, there's fire trucks not too far away. We could actually get some more fire trucks over here as well. I'm gonna assign another 2 to be built. Right, so we got 1,000 adults living with their parents. Let's have a look. How many? We've got 250 over here, so there's mostly over here, I reckon. For the most part, yeah. Take these. Empty one of these buildings, at least there. Actually unpause so they can move in a bit more. Basically milk out all the adults living with their parents from the surrounding areas. Oh crap, I just realized something. We don't have a clinic here. Right. So that's the thing that I forgot. Hospital. We go for a big clinic, that's 20 workers. Where's it? Around there, I reckon. Then we're gonna get a footpath connection down here. Maybe even there. I'm gonna use the cash to build that. Another hydrate will do. There's milk crew for cavalry. Depends. Like, aristocracy is pretty decent. Because it gives bonus, plus there's I don't remember which combination it is for the policy, but you can get another extra, is it 20% cavalry combat ability from the policies? If you take aristocratic ideas. Alright, see you. And thanks for stopping by. Okay, now that we got that connection, they should be able to... Oh, right, they can use that to get to the bus stop here. Alright then. Okay, so we've still got 90 million and we're about to get more. Quite a bit more, actually. So, huzzah, we have over 20 million to work with. Right. There's a lot of workers coming in here. How much do we have here? Got a few hundred. Oh, right, yeah, we didn't get the clinic actually built up yet. We might want to do that. Sure enough, it's going to cost a little bit extra, but we got the cash. I'd rather have a clinic in here than not have a clinic in here. Get some ambulances. Probably need to set up another clinic somewhere around here, quite frankly. We'll get started with one though. And then we can maybe have a massive... We do have, yeah, a big hospital over here somewhere. With enough room so that it doesn't disrupt the traffic on the main road. Although they wouldn't be able to reach there for work, the problem. Okay, we got staff and doctors here, so that's good. Treating a patient. And most of the vehicles are still there, good. I actually wonder, could we fit in another one down here? Possibly. Not quite, a bit too narrow gap there. And that's also a bit too narrow. I mean, I'm sure that I can fit one in here. Or, well, one way or another. There we go. Start building that one. Then we'll get a footpath connection from here across the road, connecting directly there. That should be alright. Okay, so we got another few houses here. How much do we have? We've got a few hundred adults living with their parents. I wonder if a lot of them live in Rommelgrad. 300 of them do, so I'll just take one of these and empty it into big Ukraine. Empty a little bit on that one as well. There we go, and now it's filling up from the rest in there. Good. Now we don't have a one of those counting offices here yet, or town hall, so we can't see how much people we actually have in here. I reckon it's a decent amount. And now the population should start growing again. Number of adults living with their parents. Let's actually have a look at this year's development of that. It went down a little bit because of the deaths. Then it went, well, stayed relatively similar, and then I started moving people in here, so it's dropped quite dramatically. We've got plenty of people at the department store. Of course, we don't have any food or stuff being brought in here, which is a small problem. Right, I might actually want to set up some distribution offices over here to bring in various things to the city itself from elsewhere, although I suppose I could place them somewhere else. For example, on this side. Do we ever get... No, I don't think we got through there. We haven't actually started building these either. I'm sure that eventually we will, but apparently we haven't started that yet. There's the train. Done any work on the... Ooh, we have done work on the rails here. That's good. Now, we won't be able to get these constructed. Do automatically there. And... okay, we need some stuff over there. That ship is coming along quite nicely. We'll have 2 tankers over here. Although I'm not entirely sure if I want to... Oh, we got the dock here. You know what? As you're waiting for the bitumen, I'm just going to send you to the dock to wait until you're ready to go again. And that reminds me, we probably can send this one out to export more bitumen. Yep, we definitely can, but at least this is now working for more fuel once more. Not a massive amount of it there, but it's better than nothing. Right, so you are unloading crops still. How much do we have on these 2 ships? We got 250,000 and 1.2 million. Okay, not too bad. Right, so of course we haven't done much work here yet. Although the buses, or the bus, singular bus that we have going around, should be able to reach here. Oh, right, we have started working on that one. Oh, well, we have set it up to be worked on, but we haven't actually started working on it yet. Suppose I could quickly build that so people can reach to the bus stop potentially a little bit easier. Speaking of bus stop, we should probably set up the bus going around again. So we can get the heating plant working. As well as the power plant, although the power plant is not as much required right now. It's a good thing to get working, so we'll be able to make sure that there's power being produced in multiple places. So it's a bit less prone for problems. Did you actually pick up any workers there? Nope. You are still running empty. Not surprised, to be fair. Right, so we'll be purchasing a lot of things over here for a while. Now, we got another 400 people that we could move down here. I guess they are mostly in... down here, aren't they? Oh no, there's 100 over here, so I'm guessing over here there's 200 down here. Let's just empty one of these again. Should fill up quite nicely eventually. But yeah, now we'll be able to complete the constructions here much quicker. And then we'll be able to start... Ooh! Because we've got 2 of the livestock farms already completed. We're getting a 3rd one soon. We are working on that road over there. We've still got a little bit ways to go to reach here. Now, if I remember correctly, I needed to set up some sort of power over here. We do have the substation there. We just haven't got on the power lines yet. And I was thinking about maybe having a substation or the transformer down here, because that's going to be relatively central. Well, probably going to have a 2nd one over there, quite frankly. Yeah, I can probably have 1 transformer down here, which will provide power there and here. Maybe even to the farm area there, and then 1 more is required there. Well, I technically could use just a very long power line to reach there, I suppose. Okay, so the chemical plants over here are pretty much completed. Now, the footpaths on the other hand... Oh no, that's the livestock. Never mind, that's not the correct place. But those are almost completed. Here, on the other hand, well, we've done 1 of the chemical plants. And it does have the oil already there. But that's about it, really. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the crops, gravel, and wood to be bought automatically. Now we just need the workers. Of course, that's going to be the trickier part. Do we actually have reach from here? No, not quite. Would be possible. We'll just require a footpath from here to there. Oh, and we have not completed that one yet. Because we haven't gotten the roads completed. And for that, I guess our bitumen... Oh, that's the concrete plant. We do have bitumen here. Gravel, not so much, although they... Oh, they just don't have workers there. Well, that would do it. That would do it. Reminds me. Okay, we do have a fair bit of workers there waiting. And we got some workers over there. A lot of students waiting there. Alright then. We've got both of those ships there. Ship is not completed yet. Have a look. So we got... Oh, actually that's not going to show good figures, quite frankly. 200 tons of fuel over there and 50 tons of bitumen, so we may need to wait for a while. You got 1,000 tons of crops waiting. It'll take some time before we'll get more. And that is actually running a bit low, so I'm going to send this one out again. How much have we gotten from exports this year? 8 million. It's only April. That's pretty decent. And I'm sure that we'll get a bit more. Although, how's the steel? Well, there's no steel waiting here right now. So the steel logistics may have some problems. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you were trying to bring in steel, but there was nothing in there. Okay, never mind then. And over here, well, we don't have a massive amount of steel, but we are gathering up a little bit. So where is that steel going? Is that going for the... Oh, it's going for the Popova open storage. Right, so that's in the north, or technically west from here, where the rail construction office is. That sort of area. Plenty of coal here still waiting, so those will stay there for a while. Have we got no one working over there yet, or here? Luckily it's getting summertime, so the temperature shouldn't really be an issue. Not a big issue anyway. We do have people there. We're working on that one. We do have people working here. I'm guessing the... Yeah, there's just not workers available at the bus platform yet. Means that a lot of the construction for the other town is not going forward. I actually wonder, could we get one of the accounting officers here? I mean, I'm sure that we can find a place for it, but I'm trying to... Oh yes, we could fit it in here. Although we might want to fit it the other way around. But it still works. There we go. And get a footpath onto the other side. Oh, too sharp of a turn. Okay, well that works. Can we actually... We could... continue that a little bit this way, and then we're going to have one path going down here. Connect to that and that. Don't necessarily need to connect to this one, because there's a road over there and footpath over there, so it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, right, yeah, we could actually go around here. Can we get a nice curve? Not necessarily with the first one, but the second one, we could. Right, let's start building that. Actually, not too bad. Now, to be fair, I'm not sure what we'll be building over here, if anything, but I just wanted to be able to reach this road here. I mean, there is a train platform here. But yeah, they do need to reach that one. Which reminds me that there's students waiting here. There probably shouldn't be anything waiting here yet. And they started working... Oh, they have gone past that, but they have not started working on this one. Did we get the... We did get the station, at least. Oh, and it does have a fair bit of gravel waiting. I mean, that's good. I'm not sure if we're going to actually use that rail for anything, or this station for anything. But, in case we do, I'd rather have it available. Right, interesting. Just looking at the map here. So if we go over here, we can maybe get another connection down here. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be using this area too much, but it does connect over here and then down this way. We could even get a connection down here. There's a lot of areas that we can connect through Big Ukraine. Interesting. I had not thought about that before. And again, the Big Ukraine is the island that we have these new farms coming along. So, pretty much all of this is technically part of Big Ukraine as well. Although it's kind of separate. Yeah, we can connect there, over there, there, technically all the way there. And this can connect, probably not going to be able to connect there directly. Maybe around here. So over here, if we go along the... Oh, but we don't have a rail connection there. That is an issue. They would rather have to go around here. I mean, we could technically go from this island to there. We might have to build up some secondary island there just for the bridge not to be too long. Then over there, there, then we can go around here to there, then connect from here. That might work. Although the edge of the map is somewhere, well, it's right there. It would be a rather tight spot to be in. But technically possible. Then from, if we go, well, yeah, if we go to this island, and go over there, and maybe, well, it's gonna be, well, it's shallow, I suppose I could utilize that. Go around there, here, and then there. That would be another rail connection. Like, there's a lot of islands that we could be using here, because we are not using most of them. I actually wonder... Oh, that's probably just the... I don't know about that. Oh well. I was wondering what these small spots over here are, but they could be... just clouds, or maybe some rock, or something like that, I don't know. Okay, so is this road... Oh, that road is completed. Brilliant. Have we started working on any of these yet? We have. Although the road hasn't been assigned here. Because it's technically too far away. We automatically at least reach here. That one as well. And this one. We are probably going to need another construction office, or a set of construction offices somewhere around here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we do. Right, so was I going to bring in the power line somewhere through here? Not directly through there. That's connecting over there. Did I not get a... Oh, that connects directly there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some rework for the power lines. I mean, I could probably utilize that, just get a switch over there, and then drag the lines through here, and then along the road here, and over there. And then I could have a transformer there, and then just draw the medium lines to wherever I need to. Because this peninsula, well, it needs a little bit, but it doesn't need a massive amount of power. I think one transformer will be enough. Oh right, yeah, we sent the cement truck down here, but we never actually set it up to export stuff. So wait until loaded, and then go over there and wait until unloaded. Launch. I'm actually a bit curious, how how valuable is it going to be in the export? Probably not particularly valuable, but we'll see in a little bit. Okay, it's a few thousand. And how much do we have on the ships here now? We've got 1.9 million and 2.6. We sent the 2.6 out already. Yeah, no, the exports are certainly piling out quite nicely. Right, so how's the vehicle production over here? We got the roller most likely, we got the mixer, we are getting the final... Right, oh wow. Oh, it keeps just working on the last one. Okay, yeah, let's get some covered holes in the meanwhile. We may have gotten a bit too many fire trucks here. Although, to be fair, we do need them. Oh, right, we don't have the fire station built up there. What we could do is send them down this way, though. And you there. And there. We'll have quite a few vehicles in here. Now, do we have workers available here yet? Nope. I'm guessing, well, there's no smoke coming from there, so it's pretty easy to say that that is not in operation yet. Oh, right, we're working on this small bit of road there. Just need some asphalt there. Alright, but we got plenty of workers in there. Okay, the ambulances are not all in use yet, which is good. Considering that we don't have a massive population here yet, so it's understandable. A ton of coal and 2.7 tons of gravel into 3,000 rubles isn't that bad. True. Like, it gives a pretty good profit margin, that's for sure. But per ton, it's not a massive amount of money, to be fair. Like, considering that it's... Well, well, it was about 9 tons of cement, wasn't it? That we brought in here, 9.4 actually. Okay, well, I mean... Yeah, it gives 4,600 for 9.3 tons of cement. And that... Oh, wow. Game? Did you crash on me? Are you... Oh no, you're auto-saving at the same time as I'm trying to open this. There we go. Okay, yeah, it doesn't take a lot of off, to be fair. Oh, right, so a quarter ton of coal and 2.7 of gravel is per ton of cement. It's not quite 3,000 rubles, but if we have a look at here, so 1 ton is 500 rubles. It's still decent, but yeah. It's not a massive profit per ton. At least compared to something like steel, but steel is a bit different anyway. Let's actually have a look. Steel is currently 4,700 per ton. It's actually one of the most profitable stuff that we are currently selling in large numbers anyway. I mean, alcohol is actually slowly catching up with steel. 4,000 per ton. Food is 1,800. Clothing is 23,000 per ton. And meat is over 4,000. Meat is actually less than steel. But of course, these values do vary from game to game, depending on what you are exporting and such. Right, so that's coming in, and this is already 2.7 million. That's not too bad. I'm kind of saving out the cash so that we can eventually start producing the trains and such. We do need to get the blueprints for those, and it's going to be rather expensive. Right, so how much would this be? I don't actually know. Have to deliver to customs house or load into a ship to know. I suppose I could maybe bring it here. See the numbers, but oh well, I'll do that eventually. Although I could actually use it for construction, or one of the construction offices in big Ukraine that will no doubt need. Actually, I wonder. Actually, oh well, that's gonna be an issue. I mean, we are turning them into mechanical components. We're not particularly exporting them, though. Actually, I suppose I could set up one truck to do that. Or a couple of trucks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you there. What I have in mind now is I'm going to start taking the mechanical components from here. Compared to overflow storage, it works fine. True. Actually, yeah, I suppose I could set up... I want to use this one. You are already picking up stuff from the warehouse. And you're living at 20%. You know what? I'm gonna set up you to bring in some components down here. So, I'm bringing that, and you're gonna unload. Go for 50% components. I have set up this to be only components. 50-50 components, so they are going to be bringing up a decent bit of components there. Then I'm going to have some other office. Actually, do I have... Well, I got plenty of offices here that I could set up for that. Oh right, I should probably have used that one, but oh well. Let's actually move these two down to one of those other offices. For example, that one. Now for this one, we're going to set up that as a load. We'll leave it at 10% just so that we don't run out of components there, so we can use it for construction. And then you're going to start unloading, no, not here, unloading over there. 30% is probably fine. And then... Actually, can we store... We can store components there. So, unload components. I'm gonna go with, I don't know, 50%. So it's gonna be a long trip. Very long haul, but we're gonna get more trucks to do that as well. Eventually, but yeah, that will allow us to get some of the excess components from here. So that they can now also be used in here for the construction purposes, so don't need to go all the way back for if we need some. And we can also use those warehouses for construction offices somewhere around here. I'm not entirely sure where exactly I'll place them. It's going to be either here or maybe here. Although first we'd probably want to get the railway connections down these stations, or this station. And then we can set up a alternative path down this way. So that we can have trains go around that. Although, there's not enough room for the diamond there. Well, we can have a diamond over here if need be. It's not that big of a deal. Start working on those. It's going to take a long while before we actually reach that far. Because we haven't actually started working on these, have we? Not by the looks of it. But yeah, we'll slowly be bringing in the components down here. One thing about cement could be the world market doesn't like too much of it. Never tested it that far. But it's a possibility. Like, to be fair, for a long while I did import cement because I didn't have the steel to actually construct the cement factory. So I just didn't bother. But now I'm using that one cement factory to fuel the industries over here and in the old area. Which seems to be working quite fine. We have some trucks bringing in gravel down there, which is then distributed to all these three. This one gets them manually being brought by a truck. But we've got plenty of storage here. Right, are we out of crops here? Yep. Okay, I'm going to send you out. Over here we are slowly... Ooh, 700,000 already. I wonder how much the other ship has. On. Let me click you. Oh, come on, there we go. 3.3 million, not too bad. It's time to buy one of the tractors. Actually, that's a thing. We don't have the licenses for the farming equipment. Or do we? Let me have a look. No, we don't. Oh, sowing. You are the fastest road speed, and you've got pretty good working speed as well. You actually got the same, but you have a higher engine power, so I think that might be worth more. You've got actually a bit bigger working speed, lower road speed, so I'm thinking I'll start buying that one. And then harvesting, The combine harvester is clearly the best one. Because we're going to need a lot of those once we get the farm buildings going. Right, so now that we've got that, we can set up the construction office down here. There's one there. At least have, well, we can probably have 3 here. Might be a bit of an overkill, quite frankly, but there's going to be plenty of things that we do need to construct. Right, so I'll let them work on those. We've built quite a bit more houses here. And the population seems to be mostly happy. Kindergarten is a bit overflowing right now, but it's probably mostly because there's not enough workers, but... Oh, population is, well, it's slowly growing. At least this babies number is grown by another 1,000 this year. There's another few hundred living with their parents. So let's have a look. Where could we find them? Got 100 in Zagara, so that's not the place to go. 200 over there, so it might be Rommelgrad for a large portion, actually. Oh no, it was 500, so if there's 100 in Zagara, there's 200 over here, 200 and something, so then it's probably about 150 down this way then. 230, okay. I suppose we can move some from here. That's probably good enough for now. Okay, so we've done a decent bit of work on the footpaths down here, that's good. Is this actually connected to... Oh yeah, some of the houses over there are connected to this. Good. I already have $23 million. Oh, right, that's going to be a bit close call here, but I'm sure that we can get the rail going down this way. We've got the coal over there waiting, we've got plenty of coal here. How is the steel mill doing? It has coal, it also has some steel. And how we started... Well, we got the 2 trucks over there, they're probably both being used right now, which reminds me, do we have... Got another covered hole, so I'm just going to send that there. How much do we have here? We got 60 tons of components here. Not bad. I'm guessing we are delivering some down this way. Oh, we've got 16 tons of components there. I don't think we need them for a lot of things. I'd rather... Actually, let me limit those amounts a little bit. We don't need the crops or chemicals or fabrics or anything like that here. This is mostly for construction purposes, although not really much used anymore. I'll limit the numbers a little bit so they don't fill the entire storage with those. Right, so we've got both of these ships here. We got already over 2 million in these ships. Damn, we'll be doing some good money this year. Already at 15 million. Not quite as good as last year. But it's pretty decent still. And for a long while we had trouble reaching 10 million. Well, first of all, for the first decade or so, we had trouble even making a profit on a year. Actually, how much have we made profit this year? 3.2. Last year we did 15.5. My goodness. That was a pretty good year. Oh wait, did I set... These are set to pick up anything from here. Good. So we will be able to get some components from here. Because we haven't actually brought in any components here yet, but eventually. Okay, so new... Oh, last chance to buy the LB-14, which is something that we can produce in our own country, so that's not really an issue. actually, it's 1st of July. I'm actually going to call today's stream a bit early, so sorry about that. I will be back on Wednesday, and Wednesday we'll play for the 18 months. So we can actually get some more done. But we had a pretty good year in terms of money, that's for sure. And we did manage to build up the big Ukraine a little bit there. And there's, well, most of the houses over here are now completed, so there's plenty of room. But we still need to do the southern half of the town. That's not too bad. But yeah, I will be back on Wednesday with more of this, and Thursday with some Dwarf Fortress, and Sunday with something. I haven't quite figured out what I'll be playing on Sunday. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye bye.